Today we're going to upgrade the clutch springs in a 2006 Kawasaki Brute Force 650 with the solid rear axle. I'm replacing them from, I got an EPI red secondary clutch. I don't like it, it's too stiff, keeping my RPMs up too high. I don't really do, it'd be good if I'd done a lot of mud riding, but right now I'm not doing a lot of mud riding or anything with it, just trail riding, a lot of snow riding right now, it being wintertime. I'm upgrading with the 1.1 setup from Vforce John, and I'm going to kind of walk you through and show you how to do it. Not necessarily a how-to, but because I'm definitely not an expert at this. I've had it apart one time, and I think we'll be good to go. So stay tuned. Go ahead and start putting these start the clutch spring install. First off, you have to take this screw out and get the this goes to the air breather to keep, ventilate the air and stuff to your four-wheeler. Take this off, and then you take out this screws to hold the cover on, and there will be a little plug back in here that you'll be able to see, and you'll have to unplug this plug and then this plug and pull it all off, and we'll go from there. These are the clutch springs that I'm replacing it with that Vforce John sent me, and supposed to keep my top end, not really take away from a whole lot from my top end. Don't have any stall or anything, and we'll go from there. I'm gonna take this kit off, take this cover off, and I'll pick up from there. Okay, I tried the impact gun. I don't have a good impact gun. It's awful weak, so I use the long breaker bar here, 1/2 inch. Stick this right inside the thing. Should be very careful. I don't really advise this. They make a special tool. I don't have it. Don't do this enough to need to go get one. You see this right here works. Remember, this is backwards thread though. Luckily I looked into it before I started on it. And then you have to have this puller. The puller goes in, and it threads just like a right-handed. It's got a right-handed thread on it. And you'll thread that up all the way up. Now, make it a little easier, a little safer. It makes me nervous putting pry bars in there. I don't want to mess that housing up. So I'm going to try the impact gun on this and see if this stupid thing will get it. Definitely need to get a better impact gun. There it is. That worked. So now loosen this thing back up. I suggest anytime you're using power tools or on stuff like this, these four-wheelers and stuff are not really designed for power tools. You want to be real careful. Next is going to be this one. This has got regular threads on it. And, once again, we're going to try the air tool. So. And that worked. Got a couple, looks like 2 washers here, 2 washers in the nut. This thing is just on there, it's not. There it comes. Pull it all off as one unit. And we're going to take it to the bench and we'll pick up from there. All right, now first thing, we're going to start off with the secondary clutch, because I put a EPI red spring in one time, and this is a little bit hard to do because it's such a big spring. This is my homemade compression tool. Just took a piece of, it's like 3/8 metal, welded two little 1/4-inch bolts on there. Actually got it too hot on one side, and it's a little crooked, so that's what makes it a little bit difficult. I seen on the internet some guys were taking an iron pipe cap and putting on here and just cutting a little bit away. At the time I had nothing to cut it with, so I didn't buy one, and didn't really think about it until after I started the project. I now have a plasma torch, and it would have been perfect. I could have cut it out and it might work better. But this worked the first time, so hopefully it'll work the second time. I got a bunch of different washers on here to help with the work. Okay, so I've got it screwed all the way out. How far did that come out? I'll show you a comparison of the springs here in a few minutes as I put the other one back on. That spring just comes right out, just like that. Cap comes off. Because putting this back together, you just put the cap on it and tighten it down with the C-clip. And I'll pick up after that. Alright, we're back. We got the spring on. That's what it looks like. Wipe this down real good. It's not been that long since I had mine apart. When I had it apart, it's not a bad idea to pull these out and spray them down with some brake cleaner. Mine was still pretty clean from the last time. And now we're going to do the primary clutch. Primary clutch. Never had one of these apart before. The guy that had the one on the internet looked pretty easy. So we should be good. Twist these out with my hand, push it down with my hand. There it came loose. Now, one thing to note, right here, you see this arrow? This arrow, there's an arrow right under it. Those have to match back up when you put it back together. We'll pull that apart. There's our primary spring. Oh, big difference there. Might not look like a lot, but that's quite a bit when dealing with this stuff. So put that back on there. Make sure our arrows are lined up. This is going to be the hard part, so I'm going to push these down, start them at the same time. Okay, and that's that. This is together. It just needs, these bolts need to be torqued down. And I'm going to pull out my owner's manual and see what the torque specs are, torque them down, and we'll pick up from there and start the installation, the reinstallation.